we have to visualize every action of every character. So we go through with the motion tree designers and with the stuntmen and battle things out, see what could possibly happen in a fight. And it gets pretty hairy. You know, they hit each other with swords and any a combination of weapons that they're using, and each of these has to be taken into account. So you're not just looking at a screen and thinking, they all kind of look alike. But out of this 10,000 characters moving around out there, everybody has their own personality.
Each agent has the capability to locomote. That can include marching, walking, jogging, charging, running, fleeing in certain instances, as well as a pretty full-on combat capacity as well. The base sort of agent will be able to do all those things, move around, come into a battle, fight his way through it, and either defend himself successfully or die.
You have to design each of the specific moves to fit to each other, because they'll be assembled at some point in a brain that needs to be able to make intelligent selections and choices of selections about the kinds of moves it has available to us to fit the action it's required to do. There's another level of coordination that really involves choreographing to something that you don't quite know what the choreography will be. So it requires a lot of, in a sense, pre-visualization done with the stunt coordinators acting everything out to make sure that they know the range of motions they want to get, and then rehearsing it and making sure that those actions will all blend into each other.
We break down scene by scene and what massive agents are going to be needed in each scene. I get up with the weapons. I have a little playthrough because I understand them. I'm able to quickly, decide. Okay, well, they're going to be doing this type of action, this type of action. They're going to march in this way. They need to be going at this speed. They're going to be fighting them. Okay, they need to have a block here, a block there. Then I start to break it down a little bit more carefully. Once that I have a capabilities list, I then start playing around in this program called Tree Planner and develop a motion tree. All of these little white blurbs, those are the actions themselves. So each action is broken down into one specific action. An elf might have several actions that go from this position into another position. That's really all that the transitions are. It's a static position where he might be fidgeting, breathing, waiting, and then he's got his action, which then goes to another transition point. That's what this is here. It's a position, but it doesn't really exist on its own. It's just a point from which he would travel through to get to the next thing, like that. He might also have an action that moves forward into that next position, or maybe a slightly more defensive version where he's stepping back into the same position, yeah? So depending on how close he is to the opponent, to the other agent that then ends up in the scene with him, he'll choose to either go forward to get to him, or to back up if he needs a little bit more room. Also, if he registers that there's somebody coming in this way, he might also have the option to go that way and then back. Yeah? Or if there's somebody coming in and he wants to attack him, he might also have the option to do that and then come forward. Yeah? So it just depends on what his situation at any given moment requires.